Okay, on to the next part, which is going to be as exciting as that first hour, because now we're going to really take a deep dive into some of the specific projects and technologies going on in those projects. And we're going around the world to do this, and we're starting in Malaysia with a presentation from Dr. Lim Daw Yuen, who's the General Manager at Sime Darby Energy Solutions. Dr. Lim, thank you for joining us today, especially given the hour of the day that it is for you in the evening there.
Thank you.
So a special thanks for you. And over to you, the floor is yours for your presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, in fact, today is today now is a birthday dinner for myself, right? And I'm
well, a very happy
good
birthday
evening
to
good
you. I'm
afternoon
sure I
to
speak
some of you,
for all
right?
our attendees. Thank you for sharing your birthday
Yeah,
with us.
thank you. Right. So let me put it the presentation. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. All right. Can everyone see this? Yep. Okay. Right. Again, I want to appreciate, extend my appreciation to COGEN Europe and CWC to inviting me to share some thoughts of COGEN updates and opportunities and some challenges in Malaysia. Malaysia is such a small population. It's about 33 million population. And I believe that COGEN is just started progress in this country. Let me explain a bit of my company. It's publicly listed in Malaysia. We have close to revenue of $10 billion with employees headcount of 20,000 staff. It's a country-owned, government-linked company in Malaysia, and we are specialized of various of businesses. For one, that we are involving in Malaysia, particularly in Caterpillar. Caterpillar is our major brand that we carry. For my business is involving energy services. It's part of oil and gas, and COGEN is part of Sime Darby Energy Solutions. We partner with, thank you for our business partner in Japan, Kawasaki. They are such a very helpful and a very reliable and quality brand. Of course, we also carry other brands under Enlit Group. Yeah. So I will skip some of these slides. Now, our company has started since 1993. We're involved, it's not really a big company, it's just close to $20 million today, as far as the revenue is concerned. We're close to 49 projects involving oil and gas, and out of 50% is more or less involving COGEN, CHP projects in Malaysia. In Malaysia, we have certain obstacles and challenges from year 2006 to year 2012. Because of a shortage of natural gas, and since 2012, 2013, we managed to revive back the CHP projects in Malaysia, and today we almost have close to 5 projects per year in Malaysia, right? Okay, so today, where I want to share is in Malaysia, we are looking very much into high prices of utility costs that mainly involving in natural gas. Because most of industrial customers or users are using natural gas to produce heat, and based on Malaysia power generation mix, close to 40% is based from natural gas, and some from coal, and some are ongoing. A large portion come from renewable as well. I see a lot of increase of a demand and a concern when it comes to greenhouse gases, like what our panelist has been mentioned just now. Yeah. A lot of concern of greenhouse gases, and Malaysia is heading to a potential carbon tax, I believe, within these 2 years' time. Our government also heading into a certain act under Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act is to protect and the utilizations of energy, wisely for all the industrial users. But the challenge that I face today, we face today in Malaysia, is also quite a high price on top-up charges and standby charges, and that is something that we want to get through to government, hopefully with all the incentive and the efforts that we manage to overcome all these obstacles. Yeah. So in Malaysia, we have mainly an application involving using pipeline natural gas as the main source to produce the power, and of course our heat mainly used for process steam, and some of it is using for hot water processes. some of the property like district cooling and data center, there's ongoing demand on data center. We are more into a chill water supply and application. Yeah. So in Malaysia, we are more focused into industrial scale gas turbine. There are two markets here with. One is, we call it the supply market, where we create the industrial zone, and Cogen and CHP is part of it, and that will be a large scale gas turbine. But for the ongoing demand and popular demand is more into small scale industrial demand. We are looking in the sizes from minimum of 2 to 3 megawatts to as far as 60 megawatts with various sizes of gas turbine. And Sime Darby is working with Kawasaki from Japan, and we thank you for that opportunity. Not only gas turbine, but some of the projects also involving gas engine. We also use Kawasaki. Some of the application that I've analyzed with my team, and over the years, we are looking about close to 400 megawatts of opportunity. Mainly our customer base today is more on oleochemicals, where most of their products also supply to across the world, especially in Japan and Europe side. We also have ongoing paper that is to supply across the world. And we are chemical and oil refinery and rubber glove as well. Yeah. So that's something we're looking at. In Malaysia, we're also looking at the emerging markets such as district cooling for data center. And that's something we want to venture into this the new market. Yeah. So on and on, we think within a 5 to 10 years time, we should see somewhere around the potential market of 400 to 500 megawatts, which is it can be considered small to some of you, right? Yeah. Now, some of the area that I face experiences on Malaysia is we face a lot of obstacles when it comes to integration and tie-in with the grid supplier. And we have a lot of obstacles when it comes to space, because some of the industrial customers or users already use up all the spaces. So some of our projects are using a double story design where the gas turbine is installed at the lower ground, and the HRG, heat recovery steam generator, is located at the second floor, right? We also face the curtailment for natural gas. Today, Petronas, which is our main oil and gas company, national oil company in Malaysia, managed to overcome this shortage. And I believe the natural gas supply over the years should not be the issue. Yeah. Now, when it comes to Malaysia, our projects, most of our projects are using synchronization with grid supplier. In the case, it's a Tenaga Nasional, it's a TNB, it's a grid supplier in Malaysia. The reason is because we want to ensure that the full redundancy in the event of shortage of or trip from the Cogen or CHP plant, or a shortage of natural gas. Yeah. So to the industrial users, the more important is their production. Yeah, because the losses for revenue is something they need to consider. Yeah. And based on our heat recovery from this example is 6.5 megawatts, which is getting more popular in Malaysia. We are able to extract close to saturated steam of 16 to 17 bar gauge, yeah, close to 16 ton. And normally we will recover to fully maximize it. Some of the plant are maximized at 35 or 36 ton per hour. Some even goes to 42 to 45 ton per hour. Yeah. By using a dark burner, which is a supplementary systems that can further boost up the temperature and so on and so forth. Yeah. One thing to highlight, Malaysia temperature, Asia, tropical climates, we're looking at somewhere around 32 to 35 degrees Celsius as an average temperature. And normally we look at that net output at that temperature range. Yeah. Now, I will give some of the examples, our setups. Our major customer are involving oleochemicals, where they are processing the crude palm oils as intermediaries, yeah, to produce some useful and downstream products. As of today, we are close to, I would say, somewhere around 30 to 40 megawatts extracted from these oleochemical industries. And some of the example that we have put in is quite straightforward. Design and implementation. We don't fancy our design. It's a straight to the point where it's a single floor with turbine and a couple with HRZ to produce the necessary steam and power. and balance of plant is more into a control and electrical room. Like this example, we also have a water treatment using reverse osmosis. Yeah. Okay, our design is more into simple shed type of warehousing kind of design. We don't over design it because in Malaysia context, believe me, every single cent counts when it comes to investor. Yeah. So they will look into a straightforward kind of design. Yeah. So this is some example we have installed in Malaysia. One of the good example is a double story. That is something that where the space is constrained, we also manage to overcome this obstacle by having a double story design where our turbine is located at the ground floor and the HRG is located at the second floor with the combined stacks as exhaust stacks as output. Yeah. All our processes, we also have a diverter damper. And some of our projects, we also can allow our HRG be a standalone boiler function. Yeah, in the event of tripping on the gas turbine, the HRG can be standalone by using a fresh firing system. Not this double story, but the previous few examples, we're using a fresh firing design. Yeah. Now, some of the example, we're also using gas engine. It's 2 units using 5.2 megawatts. Thanks to Kawasaki assistance, we managed to up the plant, and today is running very well. This is a various generations. We managed to generate steam because gas engine heat output is lesser compared to gas turbine. Steam is one. We also managed to generate chill water using absorption chiller, also from Kawasaki, and we managed to generate hot water as well. The efficiency for gas engine, Cogen CHP, we managed to get about 72%, whereas the CHP for gas turbine Cogen is above 85%, yeah, in average. Yeah. Right. So a bit of economical. We are looking at today our gas price is close to $10. Last year is somewhere around $8 per MMBTU. Based on our analysis, is that we are looking based on the high price gas price today. Anything above 5 megawatts is very doable. But when it comes to gas, it's already a liberal market in Malaysia. We have a third-party access to bring in and out the gases. And based on that, we believe that it's still a very attractive market, especially for those sizes that are above 5 megawatts, yeah, for the industrial size. Yeah. Now, the one thing to highlight is the gas district cooling that we installed in 2003 to 2005. Based on our government centralized region. This island itself is located 30 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. We also managed to up this commercial-based design gas district cooling. It's 2 units of gas turbine cogeneration inside. Yeah. So I believe in Malaysia, we are going to see a lot of opportunity in terms of data center. We hope that this Cogen and CHP can apply to this application as well. Yeah. Now, one thing we have to highlight is that I saw a lot of examples, yeah, and from hydrogen and biomethane. That's something that Malaysia, we have abundance of biomethane or biogas from palm oil waste. Just for the record, we have close to 440 palm oil mills. Out of 440 palm oil mills, we probably about 30% is utilized for P-in-Terry projects. We have a balance of 60 to 70% may be useful to merge the RE side with the EE as a feeding of the gas to our cogen systems. And that's something as part of our Malaysia, most of our associations. So I basically also spearhead this Malaysia Gas Association for the CHP promotion in Malaysia. We're also looking into implementation of biomethane and all hydrogen into CHP projects. Yeah. But one thing to share is that the hydrogen is not really feasible today in Malaysia context. Of course, it's still ongoing development. We see more opportunity because of biomethane or biogases. Yeah. And with that, I also want to share some opportunities. Yeah, in Malaysia, our stock exchange, which is we call it Malaysia Stock Exchange Bursa, BURSA. They are really into formalizing and legalizing this stock exchange for carbon credits, and something you can see across the development in Malaysia. Somewhere around end of this December 2022 or early 2023, we hope this program can be up so that more CHP opportunity, and especially the biogas or biomethane conversion with the CHP can be applied. Yeah. Now, last but not least, is Malaysia are fully encouraging a lot of foreigners, investors to come in, do a lot more investment, and they're giving a lot of grants and also tax exemption, especially this incentive from MIDA. MIDA is a Malaysia government investment development authorities. Yeah. All right. So with that say, I thank you. I just finished my presentation. This is my contact number in Malaysia. For those that are interested, can please contact me. And over to you, Mr. Chairman. Kevin, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lim. Dr. Lim can't stay with us because, as we've established, it's his birthday and he has a birthday dinner to go to. So if you did have a question related to his presentation, there's his email. Drop him a line, and I'm sure he'll answer them. So Dr. Lim, thank you for joining us today, and we, on behalf of everyone here, we all wish you a very happy birthday and have a lovely evening. Thank you.
Of course, thank you so much.